Good day everyone, my name is Mochammad Azka Basria and my colleague are Iqbal Rizki Maulana, and in this moment I would present you my essay for English final assignment, which the title are the importance of English proficiency for careers in software engineering. So without any further ado, let's jump into the introduction sections here. It is stated that English is the lingua franca for the global technology industry, and it's also stated that English is a gateway to professional knowledge, collaborations, and career advancements. So what does lingua franca means for English in global technology industry? English has become the absolute industry standard whenever we collaborate with foreign developers. A lot of like multinational companies are using English for communication language, and it's also not just English is not just a basic communication tools. It also a gateway to a professional knowledge, as stated in this page. Now, my essay goals is to examine the critical role of English in shaping software engineering careers. So these are key findings that I found too by my research. The number one finding is that English is the primary language for documentation, programming syntax, and also in GitHub. So if you can see about the programming syntax such as Python, C, C++, Java, PHP, and many more, a lot of them, or maybe a vast majority of them, are using English for their main syntaxes. And also for documentations, a lot of online documentations and also like a free source code and also like a free courses in YouTube are also using English for their main languages. So we have a lot of benefit if we can use English properly. So in the key findings number 2 here, English proficiency strongly correlates with better career opportunities. This one stated is that because if we fluent in English, it will unlock the global market job. We can go remotely. I mean, like having a remote job in Singapore and also in USA, for example, or something like that. Because software engineer is a flexible role. We can go anywhere, but we can having a work anywhere, but we can stay in the in the places that we don't need to go there. So in the key finding number 3 is that English is a non-negotiable skill. With that being said, that English is no longer just an optional soft skill. In real world, we can explain our code and system architecture with English if we work with people in another country. So that it is really important. So let's jump into the discussion here based on what we find in the key finding here is that English is the core competency, and it's also crucial for like code reviews, technical documentation, or stand-up meetings. So it's not just only a soft skills anymore, but it's just more as important as for us to code itself. I mean, like it's already a primary skill. So in the discussions number 2 is that English is essential for global collaborations if we work remotely. I mean, if we don't work remotely and we just working with our locals, it's still important for us if we find like documentation or something like that. And with that being said, it is very important for us to having English skill for specific purposes, or we can say ESP here. It is basically so important. So let's jump to the conclusions. English is a fundamental pillar for us for software developers. It can facilitate technical access to serves as key market differentiator. It can differentiate us like a local software engineers and us. We can roam to another country for works or having job markets there. And it's also English are a domain specific. I mean, like software engineers must proactive to having a specific English skill, not just like a basic conversation levels, but a specific, in the technical skill for English. I mean, like English for technical skills, something like that. So we move on to the Q&A here. How exactly does English proficiency impact a software engineer's salary? By the salary itself, I can state it that in Indonesia there are a lot of multinational companies, such as I have one of my friends here, and he is working at the Netherlands company, but it based in Jakarta. It has like a third, I mean like triple or double the salary in Indonesia itself. So it is very, very important, and they are speaking daily by using English. So we can find like not just a local job market, but also in the global area, something like that. So in the Q&A number 2, is general English sufficient? Do engineers need a specific type of English? I mean, a basic conversation level just only makes you can communicate with others. But what happens if you have to present to the clients, or maybe like to the stakeholders or something like that? It is very hard to convince them. Like probably if you pitch your project to any other, for example, clients or stakeholders, something like that, it's really hard. So you really have to have a specific type of English proficiency. So I mean, that concludes my presentation here, that English are really important. So thank you for